As we move through the various chapters in this title, we've seen Word 2013 behave a certain way in different situations. And those behaviors can be customized by going to the options, which we're going to do in this chapter, starting with some general options. Let's have a new blank document on our screen and test out a couple things. Let's type in, my name is, and you can type your own name here, David. As soon as I hit space, notice it's trying to complete David Rivers. I'm the registered user. It knows that. So all I need to do is hit enter, and it's automatically completed, period. Next, let's just click and drag over that text. When we get to the end, we get the mini toolbar popping up. That's a certain behavior. If that annoys you, definitely you can turn that off. Where do we access these options? We go to the File tab, go down to Options, and we'll start with General. Over here on the right, you can see right at the very top, we have some user interface options like the mini toolbar. It shows up on selection because it's checked off here. Don't like it, prefer to use the ribbon, deselect the checkbox, and you're ready to go. Live preview is something we've seen throughout this title. As we are hovering over certain options, we see what it might look like in our document in the background thanks to live preview. That eats up some of your computer resources in case you didn't know. And if you want to reserve some of that memory, you can deselect the checkbox. You might notice a difference in performance in your computer overall. Most computers are very powerful these days, and that can be left on. Also, updating document content while dragging. That's something that happens automatically, and you get screen tips, and you can choose the style. And in fact, if you don't like screen tips at all, they can be turned right off. Down below is the personalization of your copy of Microsoft Office. This is taken from the installation, the username and initials. It can be changed here, and that's exactly why we saw autocomplete try to finish off a name. So if you want to, you can take out the username and initials and never have that stored with your document, or you can just leave it as is, like I'm going to. And there's a couple other options that are kind of interesting, like the last one here, which is that start screen. It shows up the very first time you launch Microsoft Word. If you don't like it, you prefer to go to a new blank document like the old days, you can deselect that and skip by the start screen altogether. I'm going to leave it turned on, and I don't mind the mini toolbar either, so I'm going to leave that checked off and click OK. So those are just some of the general settings. Of course, there are many, many more settings that we can access through the advanced category, which we'll take a look at next.